Okay, so before we begin, we want to state, by we, I mean my lawyer, Lord Heroicus, that this you should not do at home. This is just a comical situation. We are going to discuss the most. What was the what was the way I framed it in the podcast ideas? Most edible looking toxic materials. So
Mm-hmm.
please, if you hear about any of these in this episode, don't eat it. Or if you do eat it, tell us about it in the comments. But don't say that we made you do it, because we could get sued. Or YouTube could crack down on us big dick style.
Yeah.
And you don't want to watch us get big dicked by YouTube. It ain't fun.
Yeah. That's OnlyFans exclusive.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So before anything, Tide Pods. We have to. Those are like obligatory. That's like a. I think a Tide Pod. We all agree with. It had its own little scare / fad. Everyone wanted to eat one. We all know. We all know that secret desire that you see one. It's colorful. It's unnecessarily bright and like cheery looking, and it squishes nicely in your hand. You're like, I need to devour this object in my hand, but you can't. It might kill you. What do you
Mm-hmm.
think?
Yeah, I agree. I never really had a desire to eat one, but I see why people are weird about it.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah, it will kill you. Or oh, sorry, this is YouTube. It will unalive you.
you'll be so unalived that you won't live no more.
Yeah. Let's see here. Windex looks pretty interesting. Nice. It's nice
Mm-hmm.
blue. Looks like a nice blueberry drink.
It does. Like a nice Gatorade. Like
Oh yeah.
you could
I mean there
you could put
there is a
Gatorade in a
Gatorade.
Windex bottle and I'd be tricked.
Honestly, I that would be a good like prank to pull is like do that. Like get a bottle that you either like clean the hell out of it so it no longer has the taste residue in there. Or if you could somehow get a actually you'd probably be better off just getting a brand new bottle and just putting a Windex label on it. Or any window cleaner, whatever, because they're all fucking blue for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And then just like fill it with Gatorade, and then just go around drinking it. Put the sprayer on and just like pss, pss, into your mouth.
Mm-hmm. Delicious. Here's the thing though. It's like blue's like the most delicious color. So it's like, why not make it like an ugly brown? They gotta make it like the really inviting blue color that's easy on the eyes. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't tell, I have a little expertise with inhaling and eating toxic material. I'm an expert.
Mm-hmm. Here's one I gotta share this. This isn't even a real thing, but there you go. This looks pretty tasty, like a nice toxic stew of some kind.
Mmm.
Should
Oh
probably
yeah.
the barrel looks like extra crispy too. So nice.
It's got a nice age to it. It's like a whiskey barrel.
Mm-hmm.
Mmm. I like it. And you know when it glows green like that, it's like if you even look at it, you're gonna die. So it must be good because it's forbidden.
Mm-hmm. What else you got?
I think Play-Doh. Play-Doh's one.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Oh yeah.
I used to chew on Play-Doh and eat it all the time. I'm probably the reason why their logo was fun to play with, not to eat.
Okay, so I wasn't thinking of that in terms of chemicals, but you reminded me of a memory. Um,
Oh,
I was between, I would say, 4 and 6, I'd guess, maybe 7. And I was doing like some. I was homeschooled, so I was doing like some craft or something, like in the middle of school at some point, or maybe I was just doing something after. I don't know. But it involved some glue, and I don't know if it was like the stick kind or something you poured, but I had it all over my fingers. And I started to try to just lick it off my fingers before my mom like grabbed my hand and started screaming at me to not do it. And I felt so bad, like I didn't really understand. I'm just like, what? Thinking like, what did I do? What did I do? I'm like, you dumbass! You tried to eat glue.
I've done that a couple of times. In school, the thing is glue sticks, they're kind of cruel because they smell kind of nice. There was this glue
Oh,
stick. It was this purple glue stick, and we were in elementary school,
oh
and
yeah,
it smelled nice. It smelled nice. It had a nice texture to it. I ate it in class in front of
oh
the
damn.
teacher. Yeah, I had a weird thing. I used to, speaking of another toxic material, kind of, is the pencil, graphite, lead, whatever the fuck it is now. I used to break open the pencils and then eat the innards in class. And people would see me do this, by the way.
You you broke the pencils and then you just ate the graphite inside.
Yeah, I did.
Hold on a fucking second.
It's not real, like, graphite, or it's like a mixture of some sort, so it's not, like, super poisonous, but I shouldn't have been doing it.
Okay, all right. I thought graphite was super toxic. Apparently, it's not. It just might cause vomiting or a stomach
Oh,
ache. You might choke. So, well, good thing none of that happened to you, I guess.
no. No. It's good.
But yeah, that's I remember the purple glue stick. I had one of those. And you say
Mhm.
you like the smell of it, so you admit to being a glue sniffer.
Mhm, yes. I I was a hardcore avid glue sniffer. You could say I'm a veteran glue sniffer.
uh, this is less a chemical, but I like it. They do have chemicals in them. Sponges. Certain ones they look like really cool. They look like marshmallows with a really cool design, and they're dual flavored.
Mhm. I know this is kind of like, this is on topic, but not really. It's those steel wool sponges. I
That's
know they
my
look.
that's
What?
my next note actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Brillo pads or whatever the fuck. They just look so crunchy.
They do, and the way they feel in your hand, it's like you're like, this would be very satisfying to chew on.
On
I
second
feel like
thought,
they
every
what?
time I've used one, like doing the dishes, the little because it's like really just thin metal wire, just like looped and whatever. I get like bits of
Mhm.
that would like break and like go into my finger, and then it's like they're too small to really get out, so you just kind of have to suffer with it till it makes its works its own way out, or it just
Mhm.
gets absorbed into your skin after a while.
Mhm.
Yeah, not fun. So
Not
I,
fun.
while they seem crunchy, they probably tear the shit out of your throat.
That's true. That's why a company needs to develop like a stim toy that looks like one of those, but it's not, so you can like gnaw on it and still get the same kind of effect.
Hmm. Yeah, and if you do eat one, there's always a good way to like wash it down, get some CLR. It's like the ultimate laxative.
Oh yeah,
It
CLR.
yeah, there won't be anything left of your insides after you drink that.
Hell yes. Mm-hmm.
And also any vial that's got like a green or red liquid in it, like yes, I give it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it's glowing. I know that's
Oh
kind of like
yes,
what we've said already, but yeah.
the glowing is it. The glow's very inviting. It's like you know you shouldn't be touching it or dealing with it. Oh, speaking of like files and like colors, pens. Uh, I I remember in school I'd break open pens and like drink the liquid. It was of course for like show or for other kids, but I remember just like some pens, like the sparkle ones, look so inviting. They're like pink. They have the sparkle doodad going on, and you can't
Mhm.
just help like just like wanting to screw the top off and like going to the hospital for a couple of days because they look so good.
Yeah.
And in the same vein, markers. They shouldn't make markers scented.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a no-no. Oh, relating to that, crayons.
Crayons. Oh, I can't tell you how
Mhm.
many crayons I've eaten.
See, I feel like that's not a joke.
No, it's not.
um,
This episode's just revealing I had a childhood like Ralph Wiggum, just eating random supplies. Uh, what's another one?
well, I got something that technically isn't real because it doesn't look the same in the real world, but I do want to eat it. And that is the in the opening of The Simpsons, the little isotope that bounces around that Otto
Yes,
actually eats in later openings. It looks so delicious.
yes, it looks like a Jolly Rancher.
Mm-hmm. But radioactive.
Mm-hmm. Uh, you know, gasoline. I don't know why. There's something about it. It smells. Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it's kind of disturbing why it smells so good.
Mm-hmm.
But it's apparently from a lot something I've read, it's like only guys seem to agree with that. Like, there's not as many women that like the smell of gasoline. Like, for instance, my mom and my sister don't seem to really like the smell of it. But it's just I don't know something. I'm getting it, and it's strong, but I don't know. It just smells like machinery running because like that's pretty much heavy machinery uses gasoline and spits that out, so you're smelling that. So I don't know. I think it just
Mm-hmm.
triggers something in guys where it's just like, ah, yes, this is a manly scent of big machines running.
Right. Definitely. It reminds me a bit of my grandpa who did a lot of landscaping, and you could smell his car. His car smelled like the oil, like
Hmm.
lawnmower and like the weed whacker and all that stuff. And it was like that smell is almost nostalgic to me to that part. I'm like, wow. Like I can remember like getting in his like torn up work truck
Hmm.
and mhm, and I don't know, oil is so like colorful and like it has that weird like rainbow esque thing going on once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
and it burns nicely.
All right. Well, I don't really have anything else that I can think of besides erasers.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure I chewed up one of those. I don't think I swallowed it, but I chewed it up, definitely.
Would you be surprised if I ate a lot of erasers as a kid?
Honestly, no.
No, I can't tell you how many of erasers I would just like chew up. I would have pencils and the end would be so chewed up and gone because I would like try to like take out the eraser from the metal and then eat the eraser. Yeah,
Damn.
I just gnawed on shit as a kid. Hmm. What's another toxic material? Well, though it isn't like toxic per se and isn't really a material, electricity. I don't know why. Just like consume. It's warm. It's fuzzy.
Mm-hmm.
It's scary looking. Consume. Devour.
I'll just go out. I'll take my Thor's hammer next time there's a thunderstorm. I'll just hold it up. I'll get a bolt of lightning, and I'll just like take a bite.
Good idea. And if you live to tell the tale, tell me.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Let's. Hmm. Anything else?
Nah. Besides candle, I'd like to eat a candle.
I have eaten a couple. I'm an expert.
Do you
They're nice
prefer
and waxy.
Do you
What?
prefer unscented or a flavored one?
At the end of the day, it depends on the scent. Because it's like, if it's a disgusting scent, like, I don't know, hog shit, I wouldn't. But if it's a vanilla and it's kind of, you kind of got a little bit of the taste going with the scent, then yes. Then yes, scent.
Mm-hmm.
Which reminds me of another thing. Those scented napkins. Those,
I've never had
what?
those.
They're Kleenexes. They're scented Kleenexes. There's like a lemon one.
Oh,
I
never had
used
one
to
though.
drink the chemicals out of the Kleenexes.
You you drank how?
So the scented Kleenexes have like this liquidy stuff on it, or like that's what
Oh, I
gives it the
see.
scent and stuff. And
I
so
thought
it's like,
maybe it was just like it had the scent on it, and you just like would take a tissue and just like sniff the hell out of it until you've inhaled all of the smell, and then it
oh
just
no,
reverted back to a regular Kleenex, and then you're like, ah, this one's used.
no.
Then you have an empty box and you're like you're rebuilding the entire box so someone can have like an unscented box.
I wonder if you can like snip something out of something. Like if
That should be next week's episode. Like you'll get maybe you get you get something and you just repeatedly sniff it for like 3 hours and then tell me if you can't smell it anymore.
hmm good idea. That would be riveting, and we should live stream the entire 3 hours.
You heard it. Venom's gonna do a face reveal
hmm
again.
Again. but this time it's serious. Okay, I think I have run out of materials. What about you?
Yeah, I'm out. So, all right, you said the
I'll
opening.
lead the
I'll say this last bit. Again, to reiterate, don't actually drink this stuff or eat it.
No.
This is purely just shit posting, so don't take it too seriously.
Mm-hmm. Listen to Heroicus. He's my lawyer. I swear. He totally went to law school, and I'm not just making that up. Thank you guys for tuning into this absolutely bizarre episode, and we hope to hear your thoughts. Have you ever drank or eaten something that you shouldn't have, and you're found it
Or
kind of nice,
have you wanted to?
or have you wanted to? Please let us know, and we'll get back to you about it. And but again, don't do it at home. Don't do this 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 at home. Okay, we're done.
Okay, if you do it for work though.
Oh yeah, then it's safe for work.